It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
Good morning. Today is Sunday. It is September the 8th. The year is 2024. The past few days I was in the house literally and stuck. I had a sinus upper respiratory chest congestion thing going on. So it kind of made it kind of hard for me to breathe and get around. So the good thing is I feel this Sunday. This started about Thursday. So the good thing today being Sunday, it feels much better. My chest is clear. I started taking a whole bunch of medicine. When I realized what was going on, I said, okay, I better get ahead of this. I started using my neti pot. And I started taking antibiotics that I had and also congestion medicine Mucidex, because I was coughing up this really thick yellow film, which I knew that I had some type of upper respiratory infection. And my chest was sore as hell, so I was coughing that up. And I just kind of took my time and took a bunch of medicine and climbed my ass into the bed and watched TV. And, I don't know what I watched because I was trying to watch a couple of movies and I slept through all them damn movies. Me and the dogs just laying in bed watching TV. But today I feel a whole lot better. So it seems to be clearing up. In fact, I got up, I rinsed, got up this morning, used my neti pot, it cleared up, and I feel 100% better, almost back to normal. But yesterday, while I got hungry, so I said, damn, I have been eating stuff here in the house. I said, damn, I needed something to eat. So I decided, well, let me go up to get some hot wings. So I said, got dressed. I said, forced myself to get dressed, get in the car, drive up to the little hot wing place. The hot wing place was packed. So I said, oh shit, I ain't the only one there and wait and be coughing and sneezing all over people. So I went up the street a little bit further, and there was a Chinese restaurant that I like to go to. And I went in there and I got me some delicious egg foo young. Very good egg foo young. It was really good too. Chicken egg foo young. Got the lunch special. It was $8. I said, oh, good. $8. If y'all just saw the food I got for $8 and some change, 2 big old egg foo young patties, rice, and a delicious egg roll, $8. In fact, I ate that for lunch and dinner. So, on the way back, there was an open house in my neighborhood. On the way there, I passed it. There was a bunch of cars there. So on the way back, it was still a bunch of cars. I said, well, let me go see this house. So I park my car, and I go inside the house. The house is literally right around the corner from my house. And the house is packed with people. And I knew the real estate agent. And I've known this man for years. I was like, a guy named Gerald. I said, oh, man, I know this guy. So I ended up talking to Gerald briefly, and I told him, I'm just going to look around because I'm busy. I said, I just want to take a look at the house. House, gorgeous house, beautiful house. House built 1970, but it has some very unique features to the house. Well-maintained, beautiful house. Not as big as my house, but it was still not. They want $750. But, it's a gorgeous house. $750, yeah, it was $750. Right, as I was walking through that house, I heard it was packed with these white families and husbands and wives and kids, families coming in looking at this house. That's the interesting type of thing about this neighborhood that I live in now. A lot of families are coming into this area. In fact, as I was listening to a couple talk, they live in West Midtown now, and they're looking for a much larger home, and they're looking out in this area. And they live in the city. So you got a lot of people. West Midtown, that house probably would have been about, well, I don't even know if they even have houses that size in West Midtown. They have a lot of townhouses over there. But I thought it was very interesting that this family was looking in this area, and they live in West Midtown now. So they're willing to move out of the city this direction. And they wanted something that was a little bit bigger than the house that he was showing them on 7 miles right around the corner. Wild it is. But as I was standing there talking to them, like I said, y'all, about families buying houses, every couple that was in that house husband and wife and children. These were all white people looking at this house. All white folks. Couples. Married. Children. See, a lot of y'all keep saying these houses are too expensive. I don't know the answer to that. But I can say, if you're just one person, like, I have a bunch of friends buying houses at this moment. Right as we speak, I have friends that I've known for years who are all buying houses. They're all one person. They're not in a relationship with anyone. It's just them buying a house by themselves. I get it. But it just seems very strange that in Black America, there's always one person buying a house. But in other races, they're married couples, whether they're Asian, white, Indian, whatever, they're always going to be buying in couples. So, this is not what this video is about, but I just wanted to bring that up. However, across the street from that house that I walked through was another house that just recently sold for $700,000. It was on the market for a few days. In fact, I saw the sign go up in the yard, and I saw it go into the contract, and now it says sold. I said, damn, they sold that house this week. I mean, it must have sold on Friday or something, because the sign says sold on there. So, I saw that, and then up the street, there are a couple of other homes that have hit the market in my neighborhood. They all went under contract. They all have sold in recent weeks. So in the past 30 days, multiple homes have hit the market in my neighborhood. It's unusual because a lot of houses don't come for sale over this neighborhood. And they all have gone under contract relatively quickly. Now, the house that I was standing in at the open house, that was the first day it was on the market, and it was packed with people. First day, first open house, first day on the market. So, the reason I'm saying this is that some of you all seem to be caught in this negativity saying the economy's not that great, okay? I don't know what world, fantasy world y'all living in. These homes, if the house is priced right and doesn't need much work, it will sell fast in this neighborhood. I've watched these houses sell quickly. I've seen houses sell as high as $1.3, $1.4 million over here in days that don't need work. If I put this house on the market, I know I would sell this house in days and I'd be homeless. That's why I've kind of played with it, but I haven't got serious about it because I don't know, I have nowhere to go. Y'all gonna let me come stay over there with y'all? No, down at the Atlanta homeless shelter, I need a place to stay. I sold my house. If I had a firm idea where I would go if I sold this house, then it's another issue. I'm not really trying to sell this house. I'm still dealing with my mother, and I'm thinking about moving her in here. We going back and forth on that. It's a long, complicated situation with her, and so there's some issues here that have prevented me from pulling the trigger over here like I want to. I love to be able to move back into the city. There are just some things that are kind of preventing me from doing that. My mother, I don't have a place to stay. I haven't located a home. I've aggressively looked at stuff out there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But my whole point is, I'm watching these houses sell like hotcakes over here. If it's priced right, it's selling. And we're not in Virginia Highlands. We're not in Morningside. We're not in Midtown. We're not in a popular neighborhood. Those houses sell even rapidly, even more quicker. So you all have to decide where you fit in this economy. If you're not happy with your economics, your finances, your financial situation is good, you better make some changes. You better begin looking at in the mirror and say, what have I done that I'm in this position where my finances are not as good as they should be? Because for some people, this economy, they're doing very well. As I was listening to those couples in that house yesterday, I've learned to be quiet and just listen. And they're telling me the price point they want to spend, and they're actively looking for a house, and they're ready to buy something now. They've waited long enough. They're telling the agent pretty much, hey, we ready to buy something. We're ready. I don't think that house that I walked yesterday is going to be on the market very long. It was a very nice house. Hardwood floors throughout. Original hardwood floors. Bathrooms were redone. Spacious house. Huge backyard. Great curb appeal. It's a beautiful house. Inside and out. I don't think it's going to sit there long. That's why I parked my car and went on in, even though I wasn't feeling well. I was going to go see this house. I'm glad I went in there and saw it. It had some really, really unique features to that house. Gorgeous. Master on the main, which is unusual for a house of that nice size master bedroom on the main. I always just wanted to have a master on the main. Had a master bedroom on the main. Big bathroom. The bathroom had been done. It was really nice. There was some really nice, cool features about that house. The windows were new. There was some really... The people who owned that house had maintained that house and took care of it very nice. It was gorgeously well maintained. The only thing I would see is if I purchased that house, I was going to buy it as to sand those floors down and put a new stain on the floor, resand them, new stain on the floor. And that's it. And paint. That was it. And then fresh coat of paint. Yeah, the house looked gorgeous. It was hardwood floors throughout the whole house. Original hardwood floors. It was very unusual. This house didn't even have original hardwood floors in it. Figure that out. They didn't build it with hardwood floors. What they did inside here. I don't know why this house was built without original hardwood floors. It was built in 1972, so they must have put this brand carpet throughout the whole house when they built this house. But there were no original hardwood floors inside this house. But that house was built in 1970, and it had original hardwood floors out. A much smaller home than this house, but it was a very unique home. So there have been several houses in this area that I have seen just within a half a mile to a mile away from my house, half a mile, maybe less, that went under contract and sold relatively quickly. And there was another house. There's a house not too far from where I used to drive by. It was almost $900,000. And I was thinking, that's a lot of money. It was a brand new house, $900,000. And I remember thinking, that's a lot of money for that damn house. And I would drive by on my way to Walmart. And it was on Rockbridge Road. So I'm driving by. I'm like, okay, well, $900,000 is going to sit there. Then one day the sign disappeared out the yard. I said, oh, sign gone. I said, maybe they're switching agents or something. Next thing I know, I drove by it again, big ass moving truck outside the house, carting all this stuff in there. And I drove by it again, all these boxes outside the house. Somebody bought that house. The house was close to $900,000. I don't know what it sold for. I meant to look it up. But it was on Rockbridge Road up here in Stone Mountain on the Gwinnett side. And it's a big, gorgeous house. Yeah, sort of. But it's just on a busy street. So people are buying these houses. People are buying them. People are moving in. The economy is moving along. Again, y'all. I have a friend who works at this Honda dealership up the road from me. I brought my nephew a Honda up there at that dealership. And I had to do something. I needed something to my something happened, and I needed to call him. And so as I was talking to him, I said, well, how's everything been going up there at the dealership? Business. He said, man, it's the best month I ever had. I said, really? He said, yeah, we got, everything's moving fast. I said, this is the best month I've had in a long time. And he's at the Honda dealership. Hondas range somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 to $50,000 for a Civic or Accord. He's selling them. Again, when I log onto YouTube, I sometimes see a bunch of negative stuff. And I say, where is all this negativity coming from? Is YouTuber after blogger doing all this? The economy's crashing, foreclosures are going up, cars are sitting on dealership, nobody's buying homes, interest rates are high. I'm looking at all these videos, and then I go out into the real world, and I see something completely different than what I'm seeing on YouTube. So what is it with these YouTube bloggers that they're constantly promoting all this negative stuff, but then when you go out here, it's something different out here. So you all have to pay attention to the real world versus this fake world on YouTube, because something's going on here that's not adding up. But I do know that every single person that's making these videos in regards to the economy's bad, every last one of them are Trump supporters. Every blogger I've seen, whether they're professional bloggers or professional sites, everybody who's beating the drum of negativity, boom, 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 they all support Trump. All of them. So I'm like, are they making this stuff up? Are they falsifying stuff? I know there's two sides to America. There's a side that's doing good and a side that's doing bad. I see that in my own family. But the side been doing bad, they've been doing bad forever. So that didn't matter who the president was or whatever. They've been doing bad since birth. What can you do about poor niggas? Nothing. They gonna stay poor unless they make some changes on their own. As I go out and drive around, I've had multiple friends who purchased homes in the past few months. Beautiful new houses. The only problem, I see that it's not a necessary problem. And then again, you have all these single people buying all these houses and homes in our community. You know, everybody's by themselves buying a house. Everyone's alone. And they're buying something that I think is a rather expensive purchase. And I'm a firm believer in roommates and having people, either roommates or somebody in there helping pay utilities or bills or something in the house. Every house I've ever had, that's how I've been. When I had a house in the old 440, it had a one-bedroom apartment on it. I rented that out and it paid half my mortgage payment back in 1998. So I've already, and what I'm looking for now, I would love to find a multi-family type situation for myself. If I could find something that's suitable, I may have to build something. I just don't see the need to be in such a home by itself. You know, when I brought this house, me and Earl live here together until this house is sold, then we go our separate ways, whatever gonna happen over here. Something gonna have to happen because I had enough of this place. Something gonna have to give over here. Gorgeous house, just too big. Time to cash in. Wow, these people still buying houses and get the hell on. People are buying these houses. These houses are selling in certain neighborhoods. Like I said, my sister's got a townhouse. I hadn't got inside of it yet, but she FaceTimed me and showed me she got a 3-bedroom, 3-bath townhouse. It is gorgeous. She brought it. It's the back, and her townhouse has a master bedroom on the main, so it's a beautiful touch. She just needs to change the carpet in there. You know, she's too busy. My sister's so crazy. I had her somebody that can go in there and put down some LVP flooring or some vinyl and stuff. And then we fell out because of her foolishness. And I was just like, Lisa, I'm not going to get involved in this mess with you with this townhouse you just brought. You don't have respect for nobody. You're gonna have to figure this out on your own. I'm not going to go back and forth and negotiate this stuff to done, and you calling me names and you texting me all this crazy shit. That girl crazy. I mean, what more do you want me to do? We helped you get the townhouse. Now you need to proceed to being a grown adult and doing what you need to do to change your flooring or carpet or whatever you plan on doing. Why would I have to be? What does that have to do with me? Nothing. Here's his phone number. Call him and negotiate like anybody else in America. I'm not getting involved in that. Nothing to do with me. Shit, hell, I don't want to be bothered with jokes creating your headache. You got some issues going on over there. But yeah, there are these homes in this particular neighborhood, and the crazy part is sometimes, you know how you go through Zillow and you put you save the houses that you like, you put a little heart by it. Well, as I go back to those houses, the vast majority of those homes that I have been liking over the past few months have all sold. It's not like they're sitting on the house just lingering, and there's some expensive stuff that's sitting there. There's some expensive stuff that I've seen sitting for a little while that I've been looking at. But most of the stuff that I've seen, if it's priced right, it's a decent area, it's selling. And that has been the reason why I haven't really pulled the trigger on this house, because, like I said, I haven't really located something in the city yet. I'd rather have that resolved. And I don't even have a problem with holding on to this house. You know, I don't have a problem with that. I have no issue with keeping this house and moving into the city. So we'll see. Got some stuff to think about. I figured I got plenty of time. It ain't like I'm homeless over here. I got someplace to live. Yep, but I have been out looking at some stuff. There are a few things that I happen to like. Yeah. So if the economy, if you're having issues with your finances, or if things are not working out the way that you want to work out, you have to begin to make some changes. Really take a close look at what you're doing. Maybe it's the type of industry you're in that you maybe need to change. Maybe you need to begin doing something else. Maybe it could be your location. It could be a lot of factors into it. It could be just your own mental state of being and well-being. How, that also has an impact on it. But you got to begin making some changes if you don't like the situation that you're in. I have a nephew who owns a truck. He's not out there driving the truck. He's not doing anything. I've gave him suggestion after suggestion what he can do with that truck. He has done nothing. So what I find is that the people who are sitting around here complaining the most, they're doing nothing. No miracle is going to happen and come and change your financial situation. If you're sitting at home doing nothing, nothing from nothing equals nothing. If you're doing nothing, what do you expect to get? Nothing. If you're out there hustling and bustling, something's going to break out even for you. Something to break through. You'll have a breakthrough. But if you just sitting up at home smoking weed and watching TV and expecting a miracle to happen, what do y'all think gonna happen? I mean, seriously, what do you think gonna happen if you just sitting up at home every day doing nothing but complaining about how miserable your life is? You're not getting out there whatever that block is, that mental block that's keeping you from running out there doing something, you better click it off, turn it off, move it out your head. I've been there. When the economy tanked in 08, 09, I had that mental block. I couldn't get past what had happened. But eventually I had to pick up the pieces and say, okay, it's time to move on. The pity party is over. And also I was surrounded by a bunch of negative people. And once I get rid of all that negative people that were around me, things improved dramatically overnight. But I had to get rid of everything around me that was negative. I don't deal or associate with anybody from that period of time in my life in 08. From when I got nobody. None of them. It was time to move on. Too much negativity. And it was just a lot of negative stuff that took place. And I had to move away from that mess and move on with my life. That was the best decision I could have ever made. I was 40 years of age. It was time for me to move on from them. I have not spoken to any of those people since. When people say, have you spoken to so-and-so? I haven't spoken to that person, any of them people, since 2010. Don't want to. I cannot deal with that negative, naysaying, and they've been like that for years. They were like that long before the economy tanked. And let me tell you something. If you are a negative person, and everything that comes out your mouth is negative, and you see nothing positive to say about anything, and you're not trying to do it, I don't want you nowhere around me. Period. If all you think is negative, and you're doing nothing to change your situation, I don't want you around me. I cannot help you. You're going to have to change your mindset. That's all I can tell you. Well, anyway, I'm great. I already took the dogs out. I'm going to make me some breakfast and take this medicine again. I still got a little bit of irritation in my chest, not much, but enough that I know I need to eat some breakfast and take this medicine so I can continue to clear this shit up. So by Monday, all this should be gone. I'm just taking some Mucinex and some Allegra. And there was something on in the nasal spray, but you still got to have some food in your stomach to take all this shit. Like I know. Yep, so I'm going to cook me some breakfast and get my day going. Depending on how I feel this afternoon, I might even ease out to the gym. I mean, I feel okay. I'm not coughing. I feel fine, to be honest with you. I just want to, I might ease over to the gym after I take a shower and put some clothes on. It's kind of starting to warm up a little bit out here, outside. Anyway, that was just my look on things. I went to that open house. These houses seem to be selling pretty rapidly over in this area. If I could identify a place I'd have to make a decision, whether I want to keep this house or sell it to move into the city. I'm not against holding on to this house. So the thing of it is, I would love for my mother to stay here at this house. And I wish I could put some family members in here to take care of my mother while they stay here at the house. But here's the catch. I know them niggas not going to take care of this house. So that is the problem in a nutshell. I'd have to be here with my mother to make sure that this house is maintained and she was taken care of. Which means I'd be stuck out here in Stone Mountain longer than what I want to be. If I had some good family members that I knew that could come in here, maintain this house, and what I mean by maintain the house is just keep the house clean. Don't break anything. Don't tear anything up. If something breaks inside the house, call me so I can fix it. If a water pipe break or something, shit happens in the houses. A window break, call me so I can come over here and fix it. That type of stuff. I just don't think they would do the right thing. And I also find that when something, it's unfortunate, but when something is owned by somebody else, a lot of people just don't take care of it as well as if you own it. They don't take care of their own property. So I've had situations in the past where I put family members in the houses and they just would not do right. They just wouldn't do the right thing. And this is a luxury home that's been renovated. I put a lot of high-end stuff into this house. The interesting part is the reason why I'm not against selling this house is I know as more and more families move into this area and they buy and renovate these houses, these homes will continue to go up in value. And it could go up tremendously because there are more families moving into here. So it's just a matter of time where the vast majority of these neighborhoods, these houses over here, and there are quite a few houses over here that need major renovations on them, like what I did to this house. There's some nice ones that I see on the computer that are listed for sale. They want a lot of money for them, but they need to be gutted, the whole house. And I'm like, okay, you need to gut all these damn houses. They want $1.2 million, but you got to go in here and gut the whole damn thing. I'm like, okay, who's going to buy this? But eventually those houses are going to sell, and somebody's going to stick a lot of money into those houses because they're big-ass houses. And somebody's going to buy these houses. And a lot of these houses are vacant over here that are for sale. So eventually I'm looking at about a group of houses that are pretty kind of expensive for the money, but they need to be totally renovated. Eventually those homes are going to sell. I don't know what they're going to sell for, but when they do sell, you better believe somebody will go in there and stick a lot of money into those houses, and they're going to continue to bring the values up in this neighborhood. So I can ride it out. I don't mind waiting it out. I'd rather just not mothball this house and let it sit here empty and then sitting on a paying for a house. I would prefer to either sell it or put my mother in it or something along those lines. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Today it is Sunday, September 8th. The year is 2024. I'm going to cook breakfast and get my day started. Maybe I can get out of the house again today. There's another open house. There's another open house behind here that I want to go check out too. Let's go see the open houses in my neighborhood. Yeah, y'all doing? Look around and see. But there's a house. But this house back here, I'm just curious. It's got a great curb appeal, but I wonder what it looks like on the inside. I might go check that out this afternoon. But time to cook some breakfast. It's Sunday, September 8th. The year is 2024, and I'm out of here. You all have a gorgeous, beautiful Sunday. Get out and enjoy this wonderful weather. It's supposed to heat up maybe over the next few days, but I think for the most part, the heat of the summer, at least here in Georgia, is over. I heard California, they got some problems going on out there. Anyway, I'm out of here, and enjoy your day.